Hi everyone, this is Keith Pabian from Pabian Law. This week, I am excited to talk about the importance of the I-94 document. So this is one of the hardest things for us to teach when we hire a new person, let alone for a client to understand. The I-94 document is one of, if not the most critical immigration documents that exists because it governs how long someone is allowed to stay in the United States and also what they're allowed to do. So most people think that when someone comes into the United States, the thing that matters most for their immigration status is their U.S. visa. That's not true. The visa is just their ticket into the country. Once the person enters the U.S., whether by land, sea, air, whatever, the document that controls their stay is called an I-94 document. Now, it used to look like this, right? It used to be that people filled it out on an airplane and it looked something like this. It was a white cardboard card. All the things I'm showing you today, by the way, are publicly available samples. But now what it looks like is one of two things. So if someone comes in from outside the country, it lives online, and when you go to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection website, you go online and it shows the person's name, also their status, and their status is really important because that shows what type of visa type they're on, and if it's the correct visa type, they can work. Or if someone is extended in the U.S., let's say someone is working for an employer and someone files to transfer to work for them, right? We see this a lot in the H-2B seasonal visa context where someone is working in the winter and then a summer employer files to transfer them. What happens is the employer gets this document called an I-797, and the bottom third of it is the person's new I-94. And what the employer is supposed to do is rip it off. There's actually a perforation on the bottom and provide it to the foreign national. The key here is that this document, whatever it looks like, has an expiration date on it, and that is what the foreign national that is the date when the foreign national is required to either leave the country or have an extension filed on their behalf. And one of the things that's just so scary about this whole thing is for the people that come in from outside the country, this document lives online, and the foreign nationals might not even be aware that it exists. So as employers, make sure that foreign nationals understand this document, make sure they understand their expiration, and very importantly, and this is where we get into some of the more complex issues, if the foreign national has been granted a grace period, right, this period of time where they're allowed to stay but not work, make sure that they stop working by the end date of the petition, not the end date of the grace period. They're never allowed to work during that grace period. As always, reach out with any questions. I hope this video was helpful. Always feel free to share it with anyone that might find it helpful as well. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.